Hello everyone, welcome to Digital Learning DCE. Myself Dr. Yamini J, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Government First Grade College. In this video, we are going to discuss about simultaneous linear differential equations with the constant coefficients in differential equation to BSc 4th semester Mathematics. Simultaneous linear differential equation with the constant coefficients. We consider a method of solving system of two simultaneous linear differential equations containing one independent variable say t and two dependent variables say x and y. The method consisting in first reducing the system to a single second order equation for one of the dependent variable and solving it for the variable. The other dependent variable can be obtained by using one of the given equation. Throughout this session, we put d is equal to d by dt, d being the independent variable. So with this example, we are going to see how we are going to solve the simultaneous equation. Solve dx by dt plus 7x minus y is equal to 0 and dy by dt plus 2x plus 5y is equal to 0 is the given system of equation. First, we have to change the given equation in term of capital D. So we know d is equal to d by dt. So the first equation is dx by dt. In that we are going to substitute d by dt is capital D. So we are getting dx plus 7x minus y is equal to 0. So we have two x terms. So we are going to combine that. So we are getting d plus 7 into x minus y is equal to 0. So we consider that is equation 1. Similarly, from the second given equation, dy by dt plus 2x plus 5y is equal to 0. We are substituting capital D. So we are getting dy plus 2x plus 5y is equal to 0. So in this equation, we have two y term. That's why we are combining the two y term. We will get d plus 5 into y plus 2x is equal to 0. So consider that is equation 2. Now from the given equation, we got equation 1 and 2. Now we are going to solve these two equations and try to get first x value or y value. So whichever is easy. So now what we are going to do means we have to observe the equation here, the equation 1 and 2 and try to get any one of the variable. The remaining variable has to be vanished. Here I am going to consider the equation 1 as to multiply with t plus 5 because in this second equation we have d plus 5 into y term is there. So same term if you get in the first equation that we can cancel these two equations. That's why what we are going to do it here means multiply equation 1 with d plus 5. Then the equation 1 becomes d plus 5 into d plus 7 into x minus the second term is only y. So we are multiplying with d plus 5 means we'll get minus d plus 5 into y is equal to 0. So now we are not going to simplify the equation 2 with any other value. Just we are taking as it is. But we are going to write first x term then y term. So that we are writing 2x plus d plus 5 into y is equal to 0. Now observe these two equations. We have a common value for y term. So it will be cancelled whenever we are going for the addition. So that's why by addition we can cancel y. So if we are going for addition, we will get only x term. That is d plus 5 into d plus 7 into x plus 2x is equal to 0. The y term will vanish here. So now from this equation we are getting, if you simplify the d plus 5 into d plus 7 will get d square plus 12d plus 37 into x is equal to 0. So now this is clearly a linear differential equation with the constant coefficient form. So from this we know what is the value of f of d. F of d is here d square plus 12d plus 37. So the auxiliary equation is m square plus 12m plus 37 is equal to 0. So now we got the quadratic equation. We are going to simplify the quadratic equation using the formula m is equal to minus b plus or minus root under b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here a value is 1, b value is 12, c value is 37. If you substitute in the formula, we'll get m value is equal to minus 6 plus or minus I. So we got the complex root here with alpha is equal to minus 6 and beta is equal to 1. Therefore, the general solution that itself is x here. So x is equal to e to the power minus 60 into a cos t plus b sin t. So now we got the value of x. Now after finding the x value, we are going to get the y value from the given equations. So from the equation 1, we have y is equal to dx plus 7x. So the equation 1, if you rearrange this, y is equal to dx plus 7x. So dx value we need, that's why first we are finding the dx value. So x value we know from the previous slide. X value is e to the power minus 60 into a cos t plus b sin t. Now we are going to differentiate this value with respect to t, means we'll get dx. So dx is equal to e to the power minus 60 into minus a sin t plus b cos t plus a cos t plus b sin t into minus 6 e to the power minus 60. Using the product rule, we got this one. So now we are going to simplify this. So that is e to the power minus 60 minus a sin t plus b cos t minus e to the power 6 into e to the power minus 60 a cos t plus b sin t we are getting. So from the equation 1, we know y is equal to dx plus 7x. So dx value we know, we are going to substitute that. Then plus 7 into x also we know already. So we are substituting these two values in y. So after substituting, we are going for simplification. Now we have 3 sin values and sin t values and 3 cos t values. So now we are going to combine that. So for e to the power minus 60 is common, take it out. So from the first term sin t we are taking out. So we are getting only minus a. Then next one is second term we have minus 6b for sin t. Substitute that value here. And from the third term 7b is the sin t. So similarly cos t term we are writing together. All these sin t term we are writing together, as well as cos t term we are writing together. So finally after simplification we are getting y is equal to e to the power minus 60 minus a plus b into sin t plus b plus a cos t. So the y is equal to e to the power minus 60 a plus b into cos t plus b minus a into sin t we got. Therefore x is equal to e to the power minus 60 a cos t plus b sin t, and y is equal to e to the power minus 60 a plus b cos t plus b minus a sin t. These values are general solution of the given equations. So after solving this system of equation, we got x value and y value is like this. Next one is solve the simultaneous equation d square x minus 3x minus y is equal to e to the power t and dy minus 2x is equal to 0. So we have two equations here. The first one is having d square term. The second one is having d term. So here the given equation can be written as d square minus 3 into x minus y is equal to e to the power t. Consider this is equation 1. So as usual we are combining the x term together. So we are getting d square minus 3 into x minus y is equal to e to the power t. Then from the second equation we have dy minus 2x is equal to 0. Now we have to solve these two equations and try to get x value or y value first. So now what we are doing here, multiply equation 1 with the d. Now the equation become d square minus 3 into dx minus dy is equal to d into e to the power t. See here right side value we have e to the power t, that also has to multiply with the d. So now the equation 1 become like this. Then second equation is minus 2x plus dy is equal to 0. So now dy and minus dy we have in the first equation, plus dy we have in the second equation. So by adding these two equations, we can easily vanish the y term. That's why we are going for addition. So after addition, we'll get d square minus 3 dx minus 2x is equal to, now the right side value also we have to add. Previous problem, both the right side values are 0. That's why we are taking 0 directly. But here we have right side value d into e to the power t. T into e to the power t means we have to differentiate e to the power t with respect to t. So d, capital D is d by dt we know. So we have to differentiate and take that value. So differentiation of e to the power t with respect to t is e to the power t only. So after simplification, we are getting d cube minus 3d minus 2 into x is equal to t. So here this is the form of linear differential equation with the constant coefficient. We got it again. So we are going for the auxiliary equation. The auxiliary equation is m cube minus 3m minus 2 is equal to 0. So we have to go for factorization and get the value of m. So if you go for factorization, we can write it, this is m minus 2 into m plus 1 whole square. So that is equal to 0. M is equal to 2 and minus 1 we have. So we have here 3 roots because the given equation is we are getting the equation after the simplification. We are getting the cubic equation. That's why we have 3 m values. M1 is 2, M2 is minus 1, M3 is also minus 1. So here based on the case 1 and case 2, we are writing the complementary function. Complementary function is equal to C1 into e to the power 2t plus C2 plus C3 into t into e to the power minus t. So after finding the complementary function, we are going for the particular integral. Why we are going for particular integral here means we have right side value, that is f of x is equal to e to the power t is there. But previous problem we don't have right side value, we have only 0. So the complementary function itself is solution, that's why we got x value directly. But here e to the power t is there in the place of f of x, that's why we are going for after complementary function particular integral. So now the particular integral is 1 by f of t into e to the power t. So here f of t is d square d cube minus 3d minus 2 into e to the power t. So it is the first type of particular integral. So that is e to the power ax form. Here e to the power at form, a is equal to 1 here. So replace d by a, that is equal to 1. So the denominator become 1 minus 3 minus 1 plus 3 minus yes, if you are substituting 1, we'll get 1 minus 3 minus 2. So 1 minus 3 minus 2 means it is minus 4. So that's why pi is equal to minus 1 by 4 into e to the power t. So now the x value is cf plus pi. Therefore x is equal to c1 e to the power 2t plus c2 plus c3 into t e to the power minus t minus 1 by 4 e to the power t. So we got x value Now after finding the x value, we have to substitute x value in any one of the given equation and trying to get the y value. So which one is easy in the given equation means we have equation 1 is d square x minus 3x minus y is equal to e to the power t. But the second equation is dy minus 2x is equal to 0. So from the second equation we can easily find out the value of y. While dy is equal to 2x if you take, it is easy to simplify. That's why we are going for a second equation. So now from equation 2 we have dy is equal to 2 into x. So we know the x value, substitute that. So if you take d value left side to right side means it will come to the denominator. So now we have y is equal to 2 into 1 over d c1 e to the power 2t plus c2 plus c3 d into e to the power minus t minus 1 by 4 into e to the power t. Now it is the d value is in the denominator means we know we have to integrate the function here. So whatever function is there in the bracket, we are going to simplify the function first, then we are going for the integration. So if you go for the simplification and remove the brackets, we'll get the first term is c1 e to the power 2t plus c2 e to the power minus t plus c3t into e to the power minus t minus 1 by 4 into e to the power t. Now we have 4 terms in the function, so we are going to integrate one by one. So first one integration is c1 is a constant, keep it as it is, e to the power 2t. If you integrate, we will get e to the power 2t by 2. Then second term c2 is constant, we are keeping as it is, e to the power minus t we have to integrate with respect to t. So e to the power minus t integration is e to the power minus t by minus 1 plus c3 into, in the third term we have two functions, that is multiplication of two function is there, t into e to the power t. So it is a multiplication of two function is there in the integration, means we have to use integration by parts method only. So using the integration by parts, integration of t into e to the power minus t become t into e to the power minus t minus e to the power minus t. Then the last term is 1 by minus 1 by 4 e to the power t integration is e to the power t. So we are simplifying all these values. So we are getting y is equal to c1 e to the power 2t minus 2c2 e to the power minus t plus 2c3 t into e to the power minus t minus e to the power minus t minus 1 by 2 e to the power t. So equation 4 we got for y. So now the expression 3 and 4 constitute the general solution of the given equation. Now similarly we are taking the next problem. For the example, solve the system of equations dy by dt is equal to 3x minus 4y and dy by dt is equal to x by y. So here the given equation can be written as d minus 3 into x plus 4y is equal to 0. We consider that is equation 1. Then second equation is d plus 1 into y minus x is equal to 0. We consider that is equation 2. So we have to bring all the values to left side, then we have to writing the equation 1 and 2. Now we are taking the equation 1 and 2 and multiplying equation 1 by d plus 1 and multiply equation 2 by 4. So what we are getting now for equation 1 is multiplied by d plus 1 means d plus 1 into d minus 3 into x plus 4 into d plus 1 into y is equal to 0. Now the second equation has to multiply with 4. So we are getting minus 4x, first we are writing the x term, plus 4 into d plus 1 into y is equal to 0. Again we are getting for y common values. So here both the y values are having a plus, that's why we are going for the subtraction. Subtract these two equations, we'll get d plus 1 into d minus 3 plus 4. Minus 4 minus 4 become plus 4 here into x, then y term will vanish here, is equal to 0. If you simplify this, we'll get d square minus 2d plus 1 into x is equal to 0. This is clearly a linear differential equation with the constant coefficients. So from this we can write the auxiliary equation is m square minus 2m plus 1 is equal to 0. So that we can write it as m minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. Then m is equal to 1 comma 1. Here we are getting two values for m. Both the values are real and coincident. That's why the complementary function itself is x here. So x is equal to c1 plus c2 into t e to the power t. Now we are going for y value. So if you substitute x value in any one of the given equation, we'll get the equation. We will get the value for y. So now we are taking equation 1 here. So from the equation 1 we can write 4y is equal to 3x minus dx. So here we are going to substitute the x value. Before going for a substitution of x value, we are taking 4 also that side. So y is equal to 1 by 4 into 3x minus dx. So if you substitute x value, the first term become 1 by 4 will be outside. The first term become 3 into c1 plus c2 into t e to the power t. The second term is minus of d into c1 plus c2d into e to the power t. So we know d, capital D is there, means we have to differentiate with respect to t, that term. So that's why we are multiplying inside and make it separate term. So y is equal to 1 by 4 3c1 e to the power t plus c3 c2 t into e to the power t minus c1 into d of e to the power t. That means we have to differentiate d with respect to t. Minus the second next term become minus c2 d of t into e to the power t. So now first two term will be same. The third term and fourth term we have to differentiate with respect to t and write. So the third term becomes c1 e to the power t, because e to the power t differentiation is e to the power t only. So next we have to use product rule for this. D of t into e to the power t means u into v. Product rule we have to use. If you use the product rule, we'll get c2 into e to the c2 into t into e to the power t minus e to the power t. So now we are simplifying this. We'll get y is equal to 1 by 4 3 into c1 e to the power t plus 3 into c2 t e to the power t minus c1 e to the power t minus c2 t into e to the power t plus c2 e to the power t. So for y we are getting this value. So we can combine all the common values. So we'll get y is equal to 1 by 4 into 2 c1 e to the power t plus 2 c2 t into e to the power t plus c2 e to the power t. So we are after simplification we got y value is like this. The expression 3 and 4 constitute the general solution of the given equations. Next problem is solve the system of equation d square x by dt square minus 3x minus 4y is equal to 0. Then d square y by dt square plus x plus y is equal to 0 is the second equation. So the given system of equation having d square term, that is second order. So we are based on the third problem and second previous problem how we did that, like that only we are going to do this one also. So we are getting the equation from the equation 1, d square minus 3 into x minus 4y is equal to 0. We'll consider that is equation 1. Then the second equation we can write it as x plus d square plus 1 into y is equal to 0. Consider that is equation 2. Now we are going to solve these two equations with multiply equation 1 by d square plus 1 and multiply equation 2 by 4. So the first equation become d square plus 1 into d square minus 3 into x minus 4 into d square plus 1 into y is equal to 0. Then second equation become 4x plus 4 into d square plus 1 into y is equal to 0. So by adding these two equations, y value will vanish, we'll get only x value. That is d square plus 1 into d square minus 3 into x plus 4 is equal to 0. If you simplify that value, that equation will get d to the power 4 minus 2 d square plus 1 into x is equal to 0. So we got f of d into x is equal to 0 form. So this is clearly linear differential equation with the constant coefficient form we have. So from that we are getting the auxiliary equation is m to the power 4 minus 2 m square plus 1 is equal to 0. That we can write it as m square minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. So from this we are getting m value is 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1. So we are getting 4 values for m because it is d to the power 4 minus 2 d square plus 1 f of d we have. So it is a fourth order differential equation. That's why we are getting 4 values for m. So now we have if you consider first two values, both the values are real and coincident, and then last two values also like that. So that's why we are writing the complementary function. Here complementary function itself here x value, because right side value is 0. So x is equal to c1 plus c2 into t e to the power t plus c3 plus c4 into t into e to the power minus t. This is our x value. So using this x value we are going to find out y value from a given equation. So we can substitute x value in any one of the given equation and solve it, means we will get the y value. So that we will see now. So if you are going for equation 1, 4y is equal to d square minus 3 into x we will get. That means d square x minus 3x. So we need d square x value, and 3x means we can multiply along with x3. So that's why we are finding separately dx value, d square x value. So from the x, first we have to find out dx, then we have to find out d square x. So dx is equal to, we are getting c1 plus c2 into t e to the power t plus c2 e to the power t minus of c3 plus c4 t into e to the power minus t plus c4 into e to the power minus t. See, actually we are using the product rule first. Product rule for first term as well as second term. So both the term gives the equation d of x is equal to c1 plus c2 into t e to the power t. E to the power t differentiation is e to the power t only. Plus e to the power t we are keeping as it is, and we are going for differentiation of c1 plus c2 into t. So c1 is a constant, we will get 0. c2 is also constant, but along with that t is there, so differentiation of t is 1. That's why we got the second term is c2 into e to the power t. Similarly, we are getting for the second term also. So now from this we are going for d square x. D square x means again we want to differentiate this one more time. So for the same rule we are going to use the product rule only. The first term c1 plus c2 into t we are keeping as it is. If you differentiate e to the power t, we will get e to the power t only. So that's why e to the power t we have along with c1 plus c2 into t plus e to the power t we are keeping as it is. Now we have to differentiate c1 plus c2 into t. This means we will get only c2. So that's why the second term is c2 into e to the power t plus c2 into e to the power t. We are getting e to the power t differentiation is e to the power t only. So first, from the first term we are getting from in the dx we have the first term is c1 plus c2 into t e to the power t. So if you differentiate that, we are getting in d square x term, first term as well as second term. Then c2 e to the power t is the second term in dx. If you differentiate that, we are getting the same term. That's why we are writing in the third term of d square x is c2 e to the power t. Next we will go for minus of c3 plus c4 into t e to the power minus t. So first you keep c3 plus c4 t as it is. Differentiation of e to the power minus t is minus e to the power minus t. That's why this term become plus. So then we are keeping e to the power minus t as it is. If you differentiate minus c3 plus c4 into t, we will get minus c4. So that's why we got the fifth term is minus c4 into e to the power t. Plus last term if you differentiate in dx, we will get c4 into e to the power minus t only. Now we have all the d square x term. So we are going to combine that terms along with e to the power t and e to the power minus t. So we will get d square x is equal to c1 plus c2 into t e to the power t plus 2c2 e to the power t plus c3 plus c4 t into e to the power minus t. Now from in the equation 1 we are going to substitute these values. So we know 4y is equal to d square x minus 3x from the equation 1. So d square value we have to substitute, then minus 3 into just x value we have to multiply along with x. So now if you simplify along with 3, so if you simplify that, we will get y is equal to 1 by 4 into c1 plus c2t into e to the power t plus 2c2 e to the power t plus c3 plus c4 into t e to the power minus t minus 3 into c1 plus c2 into t e to the power t plus c3 plus c4 into t e to the power minus t. So this is equation 4 we are considered. So from the x and y value we can give the general solution of this given equation. Then next one is solve dx by dt is equal to 2x minus 3y and dy by dt is equal to y minus 2x. So the given equation can be written as d minus 2 into x plus 3y is equal to 0. Consider that is equation 1. Then similarly the next equation is 2x plus d minus 1 into y is equal to 0. Consider this is equation 2. Now we have to observe the value of x and y. Which one is easily we can vanish. So first equation is we have d minus 2x. In the second equation we have only 2x. So we easily in this problem x value we can vanish. That's why we are multiplying equation 1 by 2 and equation 2 by d minus 2. So if you multiply equation 1 by 2 means we'll get 2 into d minus 2 into x plus 6y is equal to 0. Then the second equation has to multiply with d minus 2. So the first term become 2 into d minus 2 into x plus d minus 2 into d minus 1 into y is equal to 0. So here we are having x term, common x term we have in first equation as well as second equation. So having the same sign, that's why we are going for subtraction here. If you subtract these two equations, we'll get d minus 2 into d minus 1 into y minus 6y is equal to 0. After simplifying this equation, we'll get d square minus 3d minus 4 into y is equal to 0. So this is the form of linear differential equation with a constant coefficient. So from this the auxiliary equation is m square minus 3m minus 4 is equal to 0. Then m is equal to minus 1 comma 4 we'll get. So here we are getting both the values are real and distinct. That's why y is equal to, we are getting c1 e to the power minus t plus c2 into e to the power minus 4t. So we are getting first y value here. So now we are same procedure we have to follow. Any one of the equation we have to, given equation we have to take and substitute the y value means we'll get the x value for this equation. Now we'll go for that. From the equation 2, we can write 2x is equal to y minus dy. So x is equal to 1 by 2 into y minus dy. So substitute the y value here. So first term is only y minus d into y is there. So we have to differentiate with respect to t once. So the first two terms are same, c1 e to the power minus t plus c2 e to the power 4t we have, plus we have to go for the differentiation of c1 e to the power minus t. So c1 is a constant, okay, we are keeping as it is. E to the power minus t, if you go for the differentiation, we'll get minus e to the power minus t. That's why minus of minus become plus c1 e to the power minus t for this term. Then second one is minus c2 will be there. Then e to the power 4t is there. If you differentiate e to the power 4t, will get 4 into e to the power 4t. That's why that term become minus 4 into c2 into e to the power 4t. So we have two c1 term and two c2 terms. So we are going to simplify these two terms. We'll get x value is equal to 1 by 2 into 2c1 e to the power minus t minus 3c2 e to the power minus, it is plus 4t. So the equation 3 gives the y value, equation 4 gives the x value. So from this we can write the general solution for the given equation. So like this we have to first solve the equation, simultaneous equation, and try to get the value of x and y with the form of linear differential equation with a constant coefficient. First we are reducing the equation to that form, then we are going for the simplification. So with this example, I think you can understand how to solve the simultaneous equation with a constant coefficients. Thank you for watching this video.